sir.
Yep, there are spaces linked by external reference
Or,
point, historic preservation, and urban design.
okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the spaces linked by external reference point. So, according to Mufton's definition, so individual squares can fall into a coherent pattern in the mind of the observer by their strong relationship to the same building. So the group's interpretation or our interpretation is that a plaza that makes use of an external link like building towers as a functioning wayfinder for bystanders, visitors, and pedestrians to navigate around the plaza square. These spaces also acts as a landmark going farther to the connecting streets where it still can be viewed from afar, set as a pinpoint coordinating what's surrounding it. So an example of this is the Amalienborg in Copenhagen, Denmark. So the seemingly monotonous pattern that the observer might feel within the plaza complex is the result of the enclosed palace houses around it having identical facades. So over here, if you would be standing right here in the center in the statue area, you would be surrounded by buildings that look the same. They all look the same. So kind of like being in a maze, when you're in the middle of a maze, you don't really know where to go because they all look the same, right? So that's what these reference points are for, these spaces right here. So an example would be if you were to go from here to, let's say, this building over here, you would be looking for this, the Amalian Heaven Seafront. When you see the Amalian Heaven Seafront from here, then you would know that this is the way to go to be able to reach your destination, since you really couldn't tell from the inside because of the similar facades of the structures surrounding it. So, but by referencing from other external structures such as the Frederickskirk Tower over here, or as I said, the Amalian Haven seafront, the observers can navigate themselves in the area. So these buildings here, the Kirk and the Amalian Haven seafront, are basically used like a GPS. Like you could go from one place to another using these buildings as reference.
Mm.
The next example we have is the Piazza della Signoria in Florence. So the square is essentially medieval in shape with streets entering informally at different angles. There are, however, no direct views through the square. So the whole thing is surrounded by these similar looking structures. So therefore, using Sitze's definition, the square maintains a complete sense of enclosure. There are three important buildings in the civic center: the Palazzo Vecchio, protruding into the main square, the Loggia dei Lanzi, attributed to Andrea Orcagna and dating from the late 14th century, and to the north of the square, the Palazzo Uffizi, built for administrative offices by Vasari between 1560 and 1574. So the structures are like what tells you where to go, basically. Like you use them as reference points, and that's all for our presentation.
Okay. Okay, that was a bit shorter. Could you show the aerial view of your second example?
This one, sir.
Hmm.
Wait, I'll.
Yeah. Signorias of Florence. So, with this, I think this is I'm all for short kanang presentations, but there's also a limit to how short it can be. So it's hard to describe or see where the external points are when we do like a man's eye view like this. So it'd be nice to have like a bird's eye view or like aerial view.
Yeah, sorry about that, sir. It's just
Okay. So if you're having problems, I could share it like on my end, but so
it's for my internet.
wala siya. Sige, sige. Ako na lang mo share. Okay, no problem.
I'll Sorry, sir.
No problem, no problem. Sige, sige. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, Palazza della Signoria. Where's the other plaza that it's linking to? Or where are the external points? Wait, am I sharing my screen? I'm not. Sorry. So based on your research, so we have the Plaza Signoria here. We just measure the distance so it pops out for everyone. Come on. Okay. So it's this thing over here. Where is the external point? Hello? Hello? Then you example?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Pwede na mo 2D view or makuha.
Nope. Is that up?
Pwede ay 2D view, sir. Instead of anang top view.
Say, kind of 3D, okay.
Ah, yes. Rog na ay Rog there was church from the left sa plaza. So. Oh, wait,
Left sa
I'll
kong
search
screen.
on my end to.
Zoom out yung gamay.
Oh, kana, yes. Kana, sir. Zoom out pa once more. So, makita.
Kani.
That one, sir.
Ang Florence Cathedral. Yep. So it's linking the Florence Plaza, the Cathedral Plaza, and the Piazza del Signoria. And where is the external point in between these two?
Basically, sir, kay naman po si landmark katong Rog 1 naman to. Like, ang yung bell tower po.
Ang Bell Tower lang? Ang kani?
Ay, ang statue po, sir, can be.
Ang statue, but
Like,
they're internal. They're inside the plaza. They're in this plaza. So how does that work? It's okay. We'll discuss this further. We have to go through the other group. There's actually three kanang plazas here. There's the Piazza del Duomo, or the Plaza of the Dome, and the Republic Plaza, and the Signoria Plaza. So they could be connected, but we don't know how. It could be like they're linked by the alleys. Further analysis would be needed. And this Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore is also important in your ArcHist. Probably one of the dome itself is really the highlight of Renaissance architecture. If you look at it, it towers over anything else in the area, in the vicinity. I think the only thing closer is the Santa Croce, or the tower in Plaza Signoria, and it could be what you're saying is the bell. It could be the external point is this tower here and the dome. That's how they're linked. It could be that's what Molten is going for, if you were able to describe it better. And if you stand here, let me guess, I think I could probably see both of the towers if I stand. I know I can't. But maybe if I go to the alley where they are, maybe I can see it if I stand here. So how they are linked is you should be able, there's really no way you can see it. Maybe if I go a bit further here, turn left, nope, turn right, nope. Let me see here. Maybe if I stand in the plaza itself, can I see the dome from here? Let me see. I see that. I move a bit here. Can I see the dome? I think I see a bit of the dome. That could be the dome. We go up. The lantern is really all the way up there. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, so maybe that's what Moten was going for, um, or what you guys were going for as well. I can't really see the dome from here, but maybe there's an angle where you can see the dome somehow. So in that way, they would be linked by the tower here and the dome of the plaza, the dome of the church. Sorry. Let me see if I can try to locate Plaza Signoria from um, Plaza del Domo. Let's see. I can see the bell tower here. If I move up a bit, can I find the dome, the tower? Maybe in the 1400s, these buildings wouldn't be so tall, so you could find it. But yeah. Masha. The goal of like having linked plazas, especially plazas linked by external points, is really wayfinding, so that when you're in the city, you don't get lost. So this was well explained by the previous group, and the link by external point group kind of faltered a bit, but they have the general idea. But yeah, good start, good start. But of course, should be improved next time. So this is needs to explain better. Okay. So the external points, it could be a high structure, usually is, or it could be another like open plaza that like a smaller plaza that connects sort of functions as a kind of landmark, so you can know which direction you are going in the city. So again, the main point of plazas linked by external points is wayfinding, helping you navigate throughout the city, and like also at the same time creating very aesthetically pleasing spaces. Okay, final group. Oh, we only have like about 7 minutes.